Few things symbolize America better than the Transcontinental Railroad, making it possible to travel by rail from coast to coast in Americas. It would bring the country together during Reconstruction. From Omaha, Nebraska, all the way to Sacramento, California. 1,911 miles meeting there in Utah. Set today, May 10th, 1969, with a golden spike. And there we have the ceremonial golden spike that marked its completion, which made it possible, which brought America together at the time it needed it the most. Before this was put together, if you wanted to make it from coast to coast in the United States, you had to start from one end, travel all the way below South America, back up. That would take 6 to 12 months, or walk it all the way across, also take 6 to 12 months, or take a boat all the way here to Panama, walk across, take another boat all the way back up, also taking 6 to 12 months, and Lord knows what's going to happen along the way. Now, one other way this would symbolize America through perseverance of carving through the land to build this was how it actually brought different people together. It was the ultimate melting pot experiment. You had from the Central Pacific, the Western Company, railroad company that was primarily employing Chinese workers, Chinese migrant workers that were escaping the Taiping Rebellion, which was the deadliest civil war in history. 26 million people perished because of that. They escaped here and they were working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, carving through granite, blowing it up with nitroglycerin. Many people died. There's about at least 1,000 workers died building this railroad. One starting from the east, one from the west, meeting in Utah. And on from the east side, you had primarily European. You had Irish escaping the famine. They were starving because of the potato famine. You had Italians escaping from Italy. They were dealing with all the mafia over there. Not to mention Germans. And another big group of people would be the freed slaves. Remember, this was started in 1863. So this was part of Reconstruction. Abraham Lincoln wanted this to come together. This would symbolize America coming together. Freed slaves, African Americans, now could work for themselves. They were out of bondage and now had real work. They could actually be paid for what they were doing. They could even get land out of this. This was also part of the deal. But they were all these people were grinding together and working together while having to deal with incredibly difficult conditions. Cutting through rock, dealing with blazing sun, freezing cold, and also regular attacks from raiding Native American tribes. Railroads also became the focal point of the American economy and transportation. So much so that everybody heavily relied on them economically, which would lead to the Great Panic of 1873, which was at the time called the Great Depression, when the economy collapsed due to its overinvestment into the railroads. But that's a story for another day. But today, let's just celebrate the anniversary from May 10th, 1869, when the final golden spike was placed in there to show the completion of what was seen as almost impossible, to combine a railroad, to make it go possible for people to travel coast to coast by rail in the United States.